Fort Worth Sundance Square is an icon of the city. It's home to theaters, restaurants, and other downtown businesses. But it's hard to get a sense of what's happening. We're joined by Will Anderson, editor-in-chief of the Dallas Business Journal. Hi, Will. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Now, your reporter, Seth Bodine, reported on Sundance Square this week. What's going on there that's catching people's attention?
So I think it's what isn't going on there. As you said, it's this iconic part of Fort Worth, about 37 blocks with beautiful historic architecture, a lot of bars and restaurants, a lot of activity, but there's a lot of vacancies too. And it's very hard to tell what's going on at Sundance Square, even for the real estate professionals whose job it is to know what's happening in places like this.
Well, why is it so tough to figure out what's being developed there?
Well, so the people who do know what's going on there and what the strategy is are the influential and wealthy owners, Ed and Sasha Bass. Because they own it and they're quite wealthy outright, they don't feel the need to advertise this space in traditional places like, online sites that commercial real estate pros use, like LoopNet, things like that. So it's hard for these real estate professionals to know what's going on, and for other people, including consumers, you and me, to find out what the vision is, what the strategy is, what the long-term plan is, because you can look inside these storefronts and see there's maybe some paint or some materials maybe left by past tenants, and you just wonder what's going to fill these spaces in the middle of Fort Worth.
DBJ's reported on several retail closures there. A quarter of its storefronts are vacant right now. What's been the plan to fill those spaces thus far?
So we haven't seen much. To be fair, there does seem to be activity, like I said, renovations going on, but big names have departed, including ones that had been in downtown Fort Worth or in Sundance Square specifically for a long time. An improv comedy group, a restaurant called Riata that many people have eaten at, and there's no clear answer what's going on, what's going to replace them. So, and because of because there's no insight into kind of the planning and the strategy and what's happening there, we might not know what's going to happen until there's an open sign, until a new business opens, or you walk inside and you find a new restaurant.
Does Fort Worth, Will, have a reason to be concerned about the future of Sundance Square?
So I want to be clear. I mean, the Basses, they own it. They can do what they want with it, right? It's their prerogative. But in the post-COVID, post-pandemic era, there's a lot of questions about downtowns, the future of downtowns, and what they mean to a city. And Fort Worth is the largest or the fastest growing large city in the country. I mean, it's a magnet for population. And is that going to include downtown, right? Is that going to include, how big of a role does downtown Fort Worth play in the future of Fort Worth? That's a huge question. I think one that, that's why it deserves this kind of scrutiny and these questions being raised about the strategy. And it's definitely going to be intriguing to see what happens.
All right. Will Anderson, editor-in-chief of the Dallas Business Journal. We appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.